Welcome, welcome, and namaste. This is a pleasure to go live and talk about yoga teacher training, what that is, what we do, who am I, and all those things. And so we'll begin with just a gentle meditation and a quick introduction. So let's first close our eyes, wait for a moment, just relax the shoulders, get yourself all nice and comfortable and settled. And just take a few moments to observe how your body feels. And then just relax a little bit more. And then let's go ahead and open the eyes. Namaste and welcome. Welcome, and I'm Christina with JBYF Yoga Foundation. I'm the founder of this organization, providing yoga and Ayurveda and holistic healing and alternative consciousness-based yoga education online and in person. And it is an honor and a pleasure to be here today to talk about and answer some questions that have come up in regards to this new paradigm of yoga teacher training and how we are offering these programs online now, and when you will be able to come back into the studios and be in person with us. And so my teacher training program that I offer to you will be one that is available for you at any time you wish to dive into your own practice and into your own journey. I have come a long way in my yoga teacher training career, and I've also come a long way as a yoga practitioner and going through many different challenges and as well as triumphs. And I must tell you that in the month of mental health and mental health awareness and care, we want to be mindful that yoga is not at all just a physical practice. It is an embodiment. It changes your life and it becomes a lifestyle. It changes the way that we think, it changes the way that we eat, it changes the way that we nourish ourselves. And so, this yoga teacher training program, along many others, is just as life transforming. The difference is that we take a lot of time to meditate together. We focus a lot on transcendence and we focus a lot on the unified field of how we are the source of all things. We dive into this from many different variables and many different angles, and we'll go over the courses in just a second. So if you have any questions, this is a sweet time to go ahead and type them into the chat. And I'll also check over on our Facebook page, as I know that there is just a slight delay and I want to make sure that I am getting to everybody as well. So if I don't see any comments, then I'm going to go ahead and continue. We are going to start with, and let me put my glasses on for this because this is where I need to get all of my eyes to see. Okay. And so right now what we are working on is making a difference in the world through consciousness-based yoga. And this will embody a lot of tools and resources, as well as scientific documents and paperwork and studies that will support you when you go out into the world and make this new wave, this ripple effect of how yoga can impact our medical fields through very conscious and very pure ways of teaching and educating our fellow doctors and medical providers the benefits of how this practice can really help to enhance what they are also offering their clients, and we can come together as a collective. And so we want to utilize this yoga teacher training program as that. We want to focus on three main key concepts in this yoga teacher training, and that is adaptive, accessible, and authentic. It's not about taking something from something else and making it yours. We want you to make you and infuse you into what makes this practice so unique and so special. It is how you were created, and it is how you are going to be utilized in this world to share your beautiful gifts, your unique qualities that give you the platform to reach the lives and the beings that you get the opportunity to impact. And from that impact, they turn around and make those same ripple effects, creating a coherence of what can ultimately transform the world. Looking at right now the wave of yoga and how yoga has blown up, and over the last few years, let's continue to see it grow and blossom so everybody gets the opportunity to practice with us. And so by doing so, we begin with the adaptive. It's an asynchronous teacher training program. And what we mean by that is you will be doing the practice once a week. We meet just like this, and I would get to see all the beautiful faces here, or it could just be you and I one-on-one. So keep that in mind, that when we are doing the asynchronous program, it's not for you to be given information. It is where we share information and we discuss and we really refine the teachings and what you've learned through your investigations and your studies, and how you'll be steered along the course to really dive deeper beneath the surface of what this yoga education is all about. So it's not your average 200 yoga teacher training program. We will meet besides once a week if need be. We can do twice a week. As long as you are doing your yoga teacher training with me, you are got access to me at your fingertips. So make sure that you're utilizing me to the best of your ability. I love to absorb knowledge, so I am a little encyclopedia and would love to share it with you. This is a module-based program, and so everything is broken into different modules, and enough for you to take your time to go at your own pace, which is something I want very much for you to understand. This is a go at your own pace teacher training, and what I mean by that is, if you have family, if you have children, if you have loved ones coming to visit you, if you're traveling and you're not able to make it, you have them all at your fingertips, including on our app. So you can take us with you on your journey. You can refresh yourself. You can look at the material. You can listen to the material. Really give yourself as much effort and tools that you need to make this accessible for you. And so that's what I wanted to make sure I did. So you have the opportunity to take us with you, take us on your phone, utilizing the app, and you can go onto the app and download if you'd like, or just listen via Wi-Fi to the program and at your own timing. So if you don't want to do it during your vacation, I would encourage you to not do it on your vacation, but take that time for solace. Then take your time for what you need and go at your pace. You graduate upon your graduation, and we'll go over that in just a few more moments. And we also give you and provide you with a Facebook group, yoga teacher training group. So we're going to, in the process of right now, bringing all of our alumni into one group, along with opening up that space now for all of our yoga teacher trainers that come along the journey with us. And you can utilize that as an evergreen platform of posting your classes, posting your information, and acquiring the feedback from your fellow yoga teacher trainers. And so that way you're building the confidence, you're building the voice, the information, the dharmas, etc. Everything you'll be learning, you'll be building that and acquiring it along with your friends. So it's a very sweet way of collaborating in a conscious collective. And we'll go into this evergreen program. And what I mean by that is that it's an evergreen program, so the course continuously updates. As I acquire information and as the world of yoga continues to grow and blossom and experience itself as a new beautiful butterfly that it continuously gets to evolve, so too does our yoga teacher training program. So what you learned last year, what you learned last week may not necessarily be what is needed in this next time. We might need something more. We might need something different. We may need to adapt. And so this is where the adaptability portion comes in as well. We want to be able to adapt all of our teachings and all of our yoga practices and all of our asana and all the education to where we're at in this lifetime right now, utilizing the material from our traditional wisdom, utilizing the material from our subjective wisdom, and bringing that all together so that we're able to infuse it as one union and giving the correct information at the appropriate time, knowing that the correct information is always subject to change. And so as an evergreen, we continuously update the material. We update the videos as well, continuously creating more quality content and taking away what no longer serves so that it's more beneficiary for you. Your access is forever, so it will continuously be something that's included. Please be mindful that you don't ever have to worry about losing your password or getting into your program. Just send us an email and we'll be more than happy to get you all taken care of for the life of your teacher training and forever and ever after that. You will always have content available to you for your reference to go back and revisit and reuse. All of the videos are downloadable. You can print all of the material as well. Your e-manuals are printable so that we do our part in our carbon footprint. So we don't offer anything printed. Everything is digital. And so what does this course cover? And before I go further, I just want to let you know that the Facebook group is also where you will post your homework as well as where you'll receive feedback from your peers, considering it more of like a forum, okay? And this is a space also where it's nice to keep in mind that if you are unable to make one of our reviews, which I host a review once a week on our Zoom, specifically when we begin officially, then no worries. Just go to your Teachable, go into your program, and then right away, all you have to do is watch the rerun of the video and do it over and over again until the information sits well with you. Now we continue. Before I continue, I just want to check over on our Facebook page to make sure we have no other comments or questions. Very good. All right, let's continue. So now we are Yoga Alliance certified, and I am a 500-hour ERYT as well as a YACEP, which is basically a person that can certify you in your teacher training program. Just went through a lot of hours. And so it's a lot of hours. So if you want to know more about getting credentialed as a 500-hour ERYT and YACEP, you can go over to yogaalliance.org. And so we go into our course content, and the course content will be just a very high level overview to give you a quick sneak peek and a quick pick at what we are going over in this teacher training course. So we go over our racial inequality and socioeconomic impacts and how yoga is changing the progression in the world today. So we call this yoga in action. And so we want to partner and provide information and resources on how yoga can impact our marginalized communities, differently abled communities, minority communities that have any prejudice or racism, systemic oppression. We dive into this pretty deeply, and we bring up and answer some hard questions. We come face to face with some hard images, and we learn how to see it from the big picture perspective and being able to have consciously educated conversations, even when paradigms don't align. So this is a topic that we do cover in this teacher training, and we also provide resources and programs that we feel are much more rich in this material, and we offer you the space to really explore these wonderful teachers that have dedicated their careers and their lives now to this specific genre. And we also open this up for discussion and open up discussion for sensitive issues like this that we can bring up to our Congress and we can bring up to those in higher states that be to make impacts in the world. So there's a purpose behind it. So it's purpose-driven yoga, and this is where we want to come together as a collective, and we talk a lot about coming into collaboration with our fellow yogis. We specifically will be learning along the lines, we will be learning not just Ayurveda, but Maharishi Mahesh Yogi Ayurveda from the Maharishi International University. We want to infuse consciousness and consciousness-based practices. And so I have personally been practicing the Maharishi Ayurveda, and that is what I infuse into my yoga teacher training, and that is what you will learn. Our yoga teacher trainings are um, geared more on the Vedic yogic philosophy, traditional knowledge, and so we focus on those teachings. We focus a lot on the 8 limbs of yoga, the yamas and niyamas. We also introduce the chakra system, and I specifically work very deeply with the chakra system, so that is something that we bring into and infuse into this program. The asanas, we dive into the asanas from a very modified variation as well, creating the adaptability from wall to chair to even aqua yoga, and we pull it all together for you here in this beautiful portion of the practice. For those of you that will be joining us on the yoga retreat, which we'll talk about later, we actually do the aqua yoga portion of the training in person. So please keep that in mind when registering for yoga teacher training. We go over the business of yoga as well. And in the business of yoga, we go specifically more as into the future of yoga, where we want it to go, where we're seeing it being steered, where we're going to make our footprint and put our claim to change so that we can see yoga making change into the world. And so we utilize this as a platform for empowerment, and we go through the business of yoga on a very interesting level. We really think about it from a very conscious perspective, a very mindset oriented perspective, yoga in our medical field and how we can come into alignment, as well as holistic and alternative medicines that we are able to partner with in this progressive movement. And so this again also embodies the collective conscious. And so we talk about this quite a bit. And we also suggest the Transcendental Meditation Program based out of the from the David Lynch Foundation, tm.org. We always really encourage that through our yoga teacher training program, as we find it is extremely beneficial in absorbing and retaining the information that we go through in this particular course. So find a TM teacher near you, tm.org, and I highly recommend you taking the program even prior to taking this yoga teacher training. We also will provide you through the business of yoga, scientific research, and different types of resources that will support you for those of you that have lobbyists or congressmen and women that you wish to come alongside and make giant moves and ripples in the world of education, consciousness-based education, prison systems, youth empowerment, systemic transitions and transformations, and we would love to come alongside you and help you and support you on your journey and growth alongside the juxtaposition of your knowledge that you will be gaining in this particular course. And then just to kind of continue right along, and then any other questions I'll come back and take a peek at. So let's move into the payments and the investment. So what is the investment? That's typically what everybody likes to know about yoga teacher training, right? And so the investment will include, it's all tax deductible for those of you that did not know. We are a 501c3, we are a nonprofit. And so your funds, your tuition funds, any class memberships that you're part of, all of those funds go towards our mission to provide yoga, this education, this yoga teacher training program, scholarships for those in financial hardship and need. And so it's called De Los Angeles Scholarship Fund. It's named after my beloved mother that passed away. It means of the angels, and it is our gift for those in need that have a desire and a passion to share their voice and to utilize the gift of yoga as a platform to transform and inspire and empower lives all over the world. And so we want to hear from you, and we want to do what we can to support you on that journey. And so we offer this teacher training program as a giant incentive for anyone that wishes to do good by doing good for themselves, for others. It's a win-win-win for everybody. And so this investment, the paid in full price, um, is reflected in the website, and the paid in full price is online, is for the online YTT, and it's tax deductible, and it includes the weekend retreat. And sometimes we do it in Costa Rica, other times we do it in another place, and so we'll probably steer more towards Costa Rica. Again, we tend to go there every year. So this will include a 4-day weekend retreat to Costa Rica. The flight is not included. You also get your one coaching session a week with me personally, and that's on top of the one time a week where we meet either as a group, or if we happen to be one-on-one, then we're one-on-one. You get access to the archive videos that have been created a while back, and it has lots of information and lots of different classes for you, as well as bilingual classes in English and in Spanish. There's also 10% discount on any additional mini courses, workshops, and retreats that we offer. And for the life now of your affiliation with Jai Bhakti Yoga Foundation, you will be entitled to that, as well as it's part of your alumni discount. So keep that in mind. We also offer a monthly payment option. So the monthly payment option is up to 5. We do 5 monthly payments for you, make it really, really accessible. And if that's still not accessible for you, we work with you individually, and we'll set up another payment schedule for you that is accessible and adaptive and authentic for you. So we always want to keep those 3 keywords in mind, even when it comes to the investment that's going to be the investment for yourself for a lifetime, and for those basically to leave yourself a legacy. This will also give you access to the above. However, the course material will not be automatically unlocked. Those that pay in full will have the course material automatically unlock after certain amounts of time. They are drip content, so the content drips at an appropriate amount of time for you to absorb the material. And if you pay in full, sometimes it will just unlock altogether, but please do not feel that you have to rush through all of the content. Those that are paying monthly or are doing a special program, a payment program plan, and the content will be unlocked as the payments come through. So that way it's going in with the same exchange of energy. Okay. You will have the deposit for the retreat included in your monthly payment plan. However, you will be responsible for the pay in full amount of the retreat portion of it. You still make payments on your yoga teacher training as you're continuing. But if the retreat comes and you're still in the process of doing the yoga teacher training and you want to go on the retreat, then you're more than welcome to come. You just pay the balance of the retreat and you join us there. If it is the graduation, which typically we host is the graduation on the retreat, and you're not ready for graduation, you're more than welcome to participate, get an opportunity to celebrate your fellow yogis that were along the journey with you. And you also get the opportunity to see what it's like to have what your graduation will be like. And of course, inviting your friends and family on the retreat is always fun to have a nice big celebration. And so that is and if you choose not to go on the retreat, then the funds that would have been for the retreat will go into the De Los Angeles Scholarship Fund. The last payment option is the pay it forward tuition. And the pay it forward tuition is you're paying for yourself and for someone else, and it's a very steeply discounted rate, which is a beautiful incentive, as well as, again, it is tax deductible. And this one offers all of the same benefits as the pay it in full, as it is a pay in full as well. And you plus a yogi in need is basically what this particular pay it forward is for. So you're paying the full tuition, and we match the scholarship. So De Los Angeles Scholarship Fund matches your contribution of the paid in full price for the pay it forward. And then you and the other yogi get to do this amazing retreat and teacher training together. So it's quite lovely. The balance for the yogi, the other yogi, will need to be paid in full if they decide that they are not going. The paid in full price would actually be going into the De Los Angeles um, fundraiser. So if they don't go on the retreat, it just goes right back in for another yogi in need. So keep that in mind. Um, we do supply fundraising material. So if there's a letter, very similar to if you've gone on a mission trip before and you asked your friends and family to help you raise funds for teacher training, we do offer that as well. And so we're happy to supply that for you. And then, of course, you get access to all of the other things. The beauty is that you can register at any time. So this is something I wanted to make very clear. You don't need to register right now per se, and you don't need to register when we launch on the 21st. If you missed the summer solstice, then you want to join us in August or September, then you're welcome to join at any time that you want. So don't feel that you have to join right at the 21st or that there's a time limit on your registration. You're always welcome to submit an application. You're always welcome to register for yoga teacher training. We really work hard to not turn anybody away, but we do want to make sure that you're in alignment with the vision and the purpose of what this means to you and the commitment that you're about to take. And so, as countries begin to open back up, we will be releasing retreats again to Mexico, India, Bali, of course, Costa Rica, and soon to come Hawaii and Puerto Rico. And so, if you decided that, I really, really want to go on somewhere else for my retreat, for my graduation, then absolutely you're welcome to do that. And what we'll do is we'll just take your retreat funds and we'll forward it to that retreat that you want to go on. So if it's Bali 2023 and that's when you want to graduate, then we're more than happy to celebrate your graduation, even if you've already graduated the yoga teacher training program and got your certification and all the things. If you want to celebrate over there, we're more than happy to go ahead and bring you with us over there and we'll celebrate you there. There is wherever you want to go, the heart's content, very, very, very open-minded about it. Just keep in mind that the specific dates will be set for the graduation. So that's how I make the yoga retreats, is based on the graduation of the yoga teacher training. So then you're probably asking, well, if we can start at any time, then why is there a date for a yoga teacher training? I set a date for the yoga teacher training because I am here live with you once a week via Zoom. It will not be broadcasted on Facebook. It will only be between you and I here on our respective platforms and just on Zoom. And then we would be talking back and forth for once a week for 6 months. 6 months is what it normally takes to complete the yoga teacher training. And on the 6th month is when the graduation is going to be held in person, where you will teach your live class in person to a group of live yogis and not just on camera anymore. And this is where we get to actually get down and dirty and really put all of our teachings into place. We also hand you your certificate with a beautiful, lovely gift and a thank you and hopefully an embrace. And so I look forward to sharing this knowledge with you, this beautiful transformation, life transformation. I would love to hear from you if you have any questions whatsoever. I really just enjoy having this time where we can come together as a collective and share the gift of yoga. So with that, Please close your eyes. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. And relax the hands in your lap if you like. Take 5 to 10 more breaths. Namaste, all. Jai Gurudev.